it away.
Thank you very much, hosting one. I've had nothing. He got me real good there, Chris Puckett, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, boys and girls. An absolute banger for many, the highlight of the day. Chance is going to be an absolute showdown. Excited to see what OpTic can bring. Scrims, beats have been great. Confidence at an all-time high. Can they smoke the Subliners? Because they owe them one.
I mean, it's certainly the way that they're talking. Yeah, I mean, look, Shotzzy's genuinely been like, I'm just like a pure class level of confidence. Like, he's not talking anything crazy, but he is very much saying we have been smoking teams in scrims so bad that we're like playing different teams now. We're scrimming Atlanta FaZe more because like we haven't been losing at all. So he's been talking crazy. And on Mercado, it is a fantastic map for OpTic, and obviously not too shabby for the Subliners either. I know the Subliners were playing this a lot in stage 1. I think they pretty much took the entire stage 2 off from Mercado, but it's getting back in the mix, and you see the whole ranks, you see the rotation ranks. Very much a juggernaut battle. Oh, or a draw.
Well, GG's, everyone. It's a draw.
Yo, GG's. Different.
Look, we're just going to give map 1 to both teams. We're going to move on to 1-1 apiece and get straight into the search and destroy.
Let's get it.
I'm only kidding. Last minute ping check, last minute update here. We'll see what happens again. OpTic Texas, York Subliners, all good and fun and game shenanigans. Looks at the teams though, head to head, baby. Here's how we're looking overall, and wow, 18 and 11 either side for their match metrics. Love to see that. The only major difference, I suppose, between these two is Subliners' chance. They won Major 1 quite comfortably. OpTic Texas, second place finish of their own. We'll see if they can bounce back. Obviously, upcoming Columbus, and then, of course, Toronto as well. Oh, baby. Anything that sticks out for you there, mate?
I mean, dead even in the hard point, virtually dead even in the search and destroy with the ever slightest bumps towards OpTic, but then quite literally just control. Massive advantage there for New York Subliners over the course of the entire year. That being said, for the purposes of this match, maybe not the case. I do expect it to be a pretty heavy hitter battle, again, especially the way that OpTic has been talking recently. So certainly going to be a fun one. And as you pointed out earlier, Miles, the only time, surprisingly, they've only played each other once that these two teams have squared off. It was a 3-0 for the Subliners, but a very close 3-0, like a 50-point hard point game, a round 11 in the S&D, and then a round 5 in the control. So again, two heavy hitters, some fantastic placings for both of these teams, especially so for the Subliners, but I think it is going to be a fun one. I know the desk talked about it. I'm leaning towards OpTic for this one. I don't know where you picked.
It doesn't matter what I picked, baby. I'm still riding high to the Ravens victory, but we do have actually the result from the previous time these teams matched up. So this was a big one, and as you say, very close indeed. aBeZy 6-5, final round in the control as well there, but that embassy, that was the only sort of blowout there. New York Subliners certainly pulled that one around. Now, in terms of just the way these teams are looking, I would say very, very different indeed. OpTic Texas on a spree right now when it comes to hardpoint. That's been one of the absolute standout modes this squad has pulled together with the addition of Ghosty. We'll see if they can continue that excitement and success against New York Subliners. A very tough team. Never, ever can you sleep on them. We'll see what happens here. There should be an absolute banger of a series. Can't wait to get into this one, boys and girls. But for now, just waiting to make sure everything's tip-top in the server front, and we'll dive back in and get ready to roll. Have been given word, Chance. The players are ready. In we go to our first hardpoint.
Cool. I will say, by the way, for the graphic we had of like the game mode breakdowns for the team, I think OpTic will be probably at the very top of the list of most interesting to pay attention to for control now that Expo is in and Bagra is out specifically for that game mode. So I know that is where Subliners had the record advantage overall, but now with the brand new map in the mix, more opportunities and things for OpTic to play within the control game mode. Obviously, we don't see it in this series, but I know certainly the OpTic fans will be happy the Bagra control is no longer in.
Well, yes, yeah. Cyberbullying. I think the last time we brought this up, OpTic fans, no one hated it more, but let's face it, your boys played it and they got smoked all the time. You're happy to see it gone. Almost ready to rock and or roll into our first hard point. Mercado Las Almas. Let's get it. Vamos, friends. Should be an absolute banger. Should be a hottie. As both teams raring to go. Can OpTic keep the hard point spree rolling? Or will the Subliners be the team to stop them dead in their tracks? Let's find out.
And I do know Subliners players, Study and Lando talked about this quite a bit yesterday when Subliners were playing against Minnesota Røkkr. Everyone but KiSMET on the side of New York is like in the top 5 for KD. They've had some ridiculous lights out performances on it. Obviously, the most of that was back in stage 1, so hence teams banning it against them quite a bit throughout stage 2. But we do make it back, but make no mistake, Priestahh, Skyz, and HyDra to be feared. It's really just about the fact that OpTic are, you know, either on an 8 or a 10 hardpoint win spree. They've been absolutely godlike, and obviously the confidence to back it up.
Actually, well, we have had another player issue. We'll get through this one as fast as we possibly can. For those with the more eagle eye, the keen sight, would notice that if we go back to the Subliners POVs, was it Skyz? When he takes a drink, Skyz has the pinky out, even if it's just a bottle of water. He is one classy individual. Ladies and gents. Also,
man that watched SpongeBob as a kid.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm talking. It was out. Like it was way out. I mean, I've got a big jug here, but he's way out. We have some spotlights for you, ladies and gentlemen, presented by Citadel. As we saw previously, it was our boy Jeremy Stud who was one of the hidden figures. Now we have another one. Who, ladies and gentlemen, is this pro? They have played for both the LA team. Shut up, Charles. Both of the LA teams. Next clue, the youngest pro to win an X Games medal. The final clue, they're the only pro with a ring not born in North America. Ladies and gentlemen, who is it? There it is, it's Huke, ladies and gentlemen. The hair kind of gave it away towards the very end there, but for those of you in the chat that also guessed this one, congratulations, you little trivia nerds. We love you. That was a wonderful little highlight, and again, thanks to our friends at Citadel, available now on Prime. Take a peek, ladies and gents. Very fun indeed. But there we go.
We didn't have time to think about it or guess or anything, but yeah, Huke was born in Saudi Arabia. Just throwing that out there.
He was indeed. He was indeed. See on a couple of jerseys he's worn as well. Very, very exciting stuff. But here we go, guys. Second time's a charm. We've got a few of these today. We're going to dive back on in. Map number 1 is OpTic Texas, New York Subliners. Let's get it.
I have no memory of the other X Games event. I remember the Ghost one for some reason, but I'm just drawing a blank. I just don't remember who's winning the X Games. I don't know why that's not in my head anymore, Miles. I apologize.
Me neither, brother. That was the past, all about the future, mate. Here we go. Map number 1. Both teams raring to go here in the hard points. He got second place. There you go.
He medaled. Okay, not a gold.
He medaled. Not a gold, just a medal, mate. Nades up. Here we go. Straight into the hard point. Good stuff there from both teams. KiSMET, though. First man in to see if OpTic can try to flip those spawns. Because P2, that's the name of the game here on Mercado.
Oh, I do not want anyone to learn those pre-nades off spawn. I don't want to run 5 feet out of my spawn and die instantly with frag. So hopefully ranked kids don't figure it out, but obviously New York are going to be a little bit happy that they have it figured out for a somewhat strong opening break. Admittedly, only for 8 seconds, but you see a couple gunfights even going down for those spawns. Well, Ghosty wins that one. Shotzzy gets the actual hill time, and OpTic have at least stabilized the map the way they want.
A little awkward for a moment. Dashy, strange engagement with Skyz comes to a close. We'll take that now. Subliners, damn, son, that's HyDra. Rips his way forward on the point. Huke, though, finds himself a tight corner, traded out immediately. Last man on this side of the map is going to be Shotzzy. What can he bring to the table? Going to find himself at least one here, and the player over by Hedges, Priestahh, is going to make life very hard for him. Spawns are all over the place right now. This is going to be a foot race and an absolute melee in the middle of the map. OpTic, though, nice bit of time. Can they set up now for the push?
Yeah, this is an opportunity for like a near full 60. You get the exact players you want inside of the hill. You get both cuts pushed out, and you got a player roaming back just to pick up the middle of the map. So New York going to be having a lot of problems, and Dashy might fall, but it's still all guns the right direction. But looks like OpTic lose enough that New York brought the pressure just to get inside the hill, and they check their corners too. HyDra able to find Huke.
Deadly change in just a moment. Nice opener here. P2 halfway through it. Shotzzy somehow winning that one against KiSMET. No hops. Skyz takes care of business. HyDra's there to help out as well. 4 spree right now for the young Frenchman. Can he get himself streaks? Very handy indeed here on Mercado. Skyz, no help towards the front line. Once again, it's OpTic on the rotation fight, and they are winning battle after battle on the approach towards P3.
Now it's HyDra's turn maybe to look for the cruise if he can find this next kill, and talk about the little standoff between him and Shotzzy, but Shotzzy gets the better of him, has to move into the drop shot, but an important kill to get. No cruise missile there. You shut down HyDra, the guy that had the hot hand, and certainly set yourselves up here on this garage. But you see the New York hit from every single angle, but it doesn't matter because everyone falls except for HyDra, but he can only pick up one. And as good as the push was there from New York, they get absolutely stuffed. This is now a beautiful hold for Texas.
Holding on. Here comes 2 through dark. Takes care of 1. It's Ghosty and Shotzzy in the feed. Okay, Skyz is going to be the next man in. Priestahh now through the back line as well. Last players up for OpTic here on the point is going to be Huke and Dashy. Can they find any more kills and keep this time flowing? This is great stuff as well. Rotation's already done. OpTic got that low right-hand side corner of the minimap covered. They ain't moving. This is a great hold, great setup. They're looking at least 20 to 30 if they can chain this all together.
I mean, this is actually devastating as well. Even Skyz just trying to play with it, but nope, Dashy just going to beam him down. Couple opportunities to make the break, but now OpTic, not only do they get the scrap, they are firmly set up on this rotation as well. Couple kills get traded out, and now Huke has all the pressure on him. Back alley is going to get jumped on, and he has no help for the reinforcements. If he could take one down, he's calling it happy, but Subliners are efficient. They take care of business, and they get the break, but only for a moment. Shotzzy's back in with the 2, and it is a scrappy hill over by Barber.
Absolutely brilliant work there from... HyDra 3 as well. Right back at it. That's a big turn of events. 11-7 from the young Frenchman. And now the hard point, slowly but surely, growing for the New York Subliners. To the front door now we go. Finds himself one, locking things down, Shots.
Yeah, more locked in than I am, man. It is like 2-piece after 2-piece. HyDra delivers with a 3, and anytime one team gets the break, someone's there to rip it from your hands. And second 5 spree that HyDra has now been on is he got Priestahh working on the rotation as well. Dashy here potentially to drop him, but still HyDra, next one in line, can never quite get the 6, and it looks like OpTic set up on rotation again.
Once again, OpTic's rotation's been great. The battle's been there, but it's still a very, very close hard point. Kudos to the Subliners and their break-ins, as they are not letting OpTic walk away with a single thing. Patio's up. Here we go. Straight into it. OpTic set up. All corners covered. Priestahh taking a little bit of time to get into the fight, but it's going to pay. No, it doesn't pay off. Dashy and Ghosty gun him. HyDra now. The Phenom. Can't get any more of that live. Huke, though. Good tags. Nades are there from Shotzzy as well. OpTic, perfect hold.
Yeah, this has been a perfect rotation out of him. I know they had a slight early advantage over towards Barbara, but in the 3v4, couldn't hold the Subliners off. This time, been doing a wonderful job, but now HyDra entry man literally just runs straight through the hill. It's both the ARs inside a tin there from OpTic, and both of them find their fate to the SMGs of the Subliners. Final 15 seconds, though, maybe going to nobody. It's really just up to Huke if he wants to go and collect, but while he's worried about roamers potentially going for the old time, all of your attention has to turn towards New. Priestahh up top, but he's only got attack, and unfortunately for him, all the attacks are destroying him. But it still trades back and forth. This is literally a juggernaut battle.
It's non-stop. Ali called it a big dog fight, and they are all barking. Ghosty with 2 in the feed. HyDra taken care of downstairs. That's Dashy helping out Priestahh, the last dog, over in this side of the map. For the New York Subliners, he may have that dog in his nickname, but has he got that dog in him right now? The answer is no. Ghosty absolutely eviscerates him, and back and forth we go, chance, but OpTic Texas starting to walk away with it.
And that was like a 50-50 battle on this rotation as well, but OpTic in the mix just able to completely turn up and take him down. They have built themselves a sizable advantage now in this game and can't even collect the scrap. Ghosty there, the final man in the feed on a 4 spree with the trophy as well, simply doing it all. And even on rotation, New York, you see a little bit desperate. Couple players spawn out, but it's KiSMET on one side, Priestahh on the other, trying to stay alive.
Can they stay alive? Well, so far, so good for our boys in green. Let's dive in with a quick listen in. OpTic Texas.
Alright, let's get back trucks. He's trucks, yeah, back trucks. And they're gonna spawn out. He's dead. He's running deep behind you guys. I'm watching mid. Get them.
Yeah, I'm going for some.
Yo, one guy's bottom mid. I send them out mid. I have all of bricks. I have all your guys' bricks. I have all your guys' bricks.
Yeah.
Yo, they should be down back alley. Watch back alley.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold back. I'm holding back alley. Yo, dude, stay down for back alley. Stay down for back alley. I got you.
You have it at all?
Yeah, I have all your bricks. I have back alley. I have one at least.
I have your all back alley. He's in P4 already.
I got you. Nice.
They're all back alley in P4. They're all back alley in P4. They're all back alley in P4.
Yeah,
All back alley in P4. There's nothing bricks. I have all of it.
No, back alley.
Middle, gate. Let's get got it.
Yeah, got it.
Yo, watch out, low green. Watch out, low green.
I have your middle now, Brendan.
I heard that. What's gonna hit me?
He's on mid tunnel. Yo, I spawn. Yo, listen, they're spawning green.
Yeah, back CT spawns.
I'm green. I'm just soaking the shit.
Showing elbow, nothing deep CT.
Yo, two green. I'm playing my.
I got one on spawn.
Good play.
Looking top green, top alley.
I pinched CT.
Alright, short and tunnel, last two. One guy went short to your right.
The B alley.
Or not short, yeah.
Brennan.
We got tunnel as well. I think Caesar's on him.
One guy's banana.
Sweet baby rays, OpTic Texas. It was close, and then it was not. Listening was great chance. The spree continues. There is no hope, surely, for the Subliners now.
Nah, this has just turned into a ridiculous series of events. I mean, it was a heavy hitter, but as soon as that like top Cantina hill goes through, they've just had nothing. And Shotzzy has it all. That is a 7 spree, another multi-kill collected. They got the spawns, or at least most of them, in the direction that they want. Priestahh ends up behind enemy lines, but it's not going to be enough. OpTic have obliterated them. They have picked them apart and outclassed them on Mercado.
Absolute smacking here in map 1. New York Subliners, plenty in the tank, but we're going to see it later on in the series. For now, this has been all OpTic Texas. Shotzzy on a 9. He is simply styling on his opponents right now. He has roamed from one corner of the map to the other and taken with him every soul he could possibly find. It is 11 points for the win as the New York Subliners will scramble desperately, trying to get close to that P2. Here comes Shotzzy, looking to add to the spree. What more can he have, chance, as it has been a sensational performance. Dead.
Yeah, now it'd be like that. HyDra certainly wins those gunfights from time to time, but it's Priestahh basically last man standing and ends up surviving for an extra little second, but that's all it's gonna be is OpTic Texas, like clockwork, and as stated, dominant in hardpoint.
Absolutely crazy. That one's going on the hub. OpTic Texas, they take the lead here in the series. 1-0. The search and destroy comes up in a moment, but for now, hardpoint, the name of the game for OpTic Texas. They have not missed a beat. They have barely lost a map, if any, when it comes to the mode, and it's disgusting. They're in the stat lines as well. Good stuff there from Shotzzy. A 9 spree. Nasty. Absolutely nasty. As the game comes to a close, Subliners only able to accrue 92 points chance. A slow one for them indeed.
Yeah, new addition to the old 100-point club. I mean, that's one of those games for like Dashy where least kills, least deaths in the lobby by a noticeable margin. That's because he was literally just stuck in the hill with nothing to actually kill. So that is as good as it gets for OpTic. And again, that is sort of what they've been gassing up their hard point. It is apparently a rare sight for these guys to lose. And New York, one of the best teams in the game on Mercado, did not look like it there.
Yep, disgusting stuff. Highlights from map number 1. Here we go. Dashy and everyone putting up the numbers. This New York Subliners, it was great at the start. Early plays from them, very, very solid. Good breaks. Rotations were on point as well. Just not enough towards the end. New York Subliners running out of gas once OpTic Texas started to hit that second, third, fourth gear. There was no looking back. Brilliant stuff out of them. Man alive. What a start to the series, chance. There's no way, though, the search goes this way.
Well, hopefully for New York, it'll certainly be closer, or at least able to flip the script. I mean, it didn't seem like there was lack of like hot gunning. This was sort of the moment. It was like on this top hill. I mean, a big 2-piece right there from Ghosty, but that was sort of the square up opportunity where if Subliners get the edge on that one, it continues to be a back and forth game. But as soon as they lost Cantina, I mean, they got maybe like 13 seconds or something like that for the rest of the game. So OpTic flipped the switch. They found their stride, and I know flow state is an overused term, but hey, they got it.
Hey, it's what it looks like, though. I mean, looking at even the scores from their previous hard points, once they get things rolling, there's no stopping them, boys. They get into the stream of collective consciousness, and then they're all chilling, ladies and gents. Here we go, though. Maps and modes, once again, if you've joined us, you've missed the first map. It was a blast. Hotels, Search and Destroy, coming up next. We'll see how that goes in a moment. Asilo, HyDra, and Fortress to close out the series. Now, many folks and many betting ladies and gents across the planet, I would imagine they want to see this one a little closer, sort of close out a little quicker. The desk thinks this might be a 3-1 going towards the way of OpTic Texas chance. Puckett just wants a game 5 because he's an absolute maniac and we all love him. Let's see what happens though, because I've got a feeling this could go the distance. OpTic Texas though, strong, really strong right now, really confident.
Absolutely. Search and Destroy, obviously a pretty big change of pace, though, compared to the hard point, especially when we're going to a map like Hotel. And good news for Subliners, this is a map they look fantastic on against Minnesota. I know it got a little bit dicier as the rounds continued on, but got the 6-3 win towards the end. And I think it is certainly a map that the Subliners have a pretty good understanding of. And on the flip side for OpTic, it's not their most commonly played search, though they have been picking it up lately. I know some of the setups they have towards the middle of the map, they are just stacking up and almost allowing some of these A-bomb plants to go off. So that might be the name of the game, your bomb plant win percentage and how good the retakes are for both of these teams.
Retakes. We'll see how they go. Subliners is a very strong search and destroy team. That was wins championships, already got 1 this year. Intermittent sort of drop off there after that first major, I must admit. Let's see how they go. OpTic Texas came close enough to getting 1 at their own homestand. That would have been an incredible scene For those folks that were there, it was a wonderful week of Call of Duty. We'll see what happens at the upcoming major, and of course Toronto, and then Champs later on this year as well. What a season MW2 has been so far. Let's see if OpTic can get themselves on the board as well with a big major win. I'm sure their trophy cabinet has got a little space reserved already, but until then, let's get into the search. Fist bumps should be out, ready to roll.
Just to refresh everybody's memory, last time these two teams played, or the only time they played this year, it was a Bagra Search and Destroy that we played. I know it was around 11, but it was also the map where OpTic gave away 2 different 4v2s that they had. And a situation unlike that on Bagra, I think it was like a 98% win rate. And OpTic lost it twice in a single map. So the mistakes existed back in the previous stage, at least fairly early on when the roster got developed. And I know it's a different map now, but certainly going to be paying a lot of attention to those clutch situations, because the first blood rate, not too shabby for the side of the Subliners.
See if the first bloods amount to any more than an exciting stat line. Here we go. Bomb in the hand. I think it was a KiSMET for a sec there. We're going to do the classic lobby drop. This gives the teams opportunity to dive from one bomb site to the other without that bomb overcommitting too much. KiSMET's got the bomb back and on up, home towards A. That's it. Play call made. We're committing. Here we go.
And HyDra might have gotten spotted with this stun, but he's going to slow these players down and gets out of dodge. You already get the first blood for New York, and there's the first bomb plant coming through. You get HyDra in bottom bedroom, and this is already looking like a perfect round for the Subliners. At the very least, they had the exact setup they want.
Yeah, Dashy can get 1 or 2 kills out of this. That would help the boys on their approach through mid-map for now, but it's going to get awkward real quick. Priesthah's already got a pinch on mid-map. Skyz finds his from atop what we call the Godheady. Priestah's there as well. That's the pinch complete. The round is done. Subliners decisive in the first.
Yeah, that is a beautiful way to kick things off. Obviously, early on in round 1, no trophies, no dead silence. So if you can find that first blood and then get the bomb down after the fact, it is almost a round that is difficult to lose. So no real clutch opportunities there for OpTic Texas. Subliners, exactly how they wrote it down. And nice little bounce back. Get some pep in your step. Obviously, trying to bounce back after a tough Mercado. Now they're back to vibing.
It's a difficult thing to bounce back in general after taking such a serious thumping like that. But Subliners, not skipping a beat, diving on through. Look at the whole lineup. They're all going towards B. Got a little bit of presence in on towards mid there, but this restaurant is about to get loaded. The brakes have been pumped. Everyone is slowed down. If you hit mid-map, you're in trouble. Here's the standoff.
And that is an ordinary look of intensity on Huke's face, but it looks like actually, yeah, they have the information. With those nades coming through, they knew there were players in the corner. Ghosty sees them drop down low, and they just funnel those 2 players out through the middle of the map. So they were searching, and they destroyed those guys. And now, meanwhile, Dashy's popped dead silence. He's pushed out towards bedroom, and he's just clearing way for the bomb, which you might not even need to. Dashy finds the next pick, and it'll be Priestahh, last man standing in a 1 versus 4. I think that might have been an equalizing moment, Huke carrying both of those players towards the middle of the map.
Hey, good stuff. OpTic Texas on the board. Right back at it. The score has been equalized. There we go. Perfect spot to be in there from Shotzzy. Not going to let Priestahh get out. Priestahh in that 1v4 spot, essentially unwinnable. Very, very difficult to do, especially on Hotel.
I think he might have popped dead silence just to sort of reposition and wrap back to get inside of the kitchen, but OpTic just incredibly patient on the approach. And I mean, we talked about the the bomb like drop spot in lobby, so you have options if a player wants to make a play, someone else can come pick it up and whatnot. OpTic did something similar without dropping it though, but just working both sides of the map at all times. And I don't know what the Subliners heard with the stuns and nades, but that is a very quick bomb pickup and started working towards B. You got HyDra, he popped dead silence, he's leading the charge, but Huke, too tall, first blood.
Big man on TV finds himself the first. No one else going to be here. It's going to be a fast rotate over towards the A-bomb site now for the New York Subliners. Skyz, the first man on defense here. He's going to try to push this front line back. Oh, Dashy wins a big one. An annoying gunfight to be in. Tagged up now from Skyz. He might be able to get out of this position, but Dashy's now challenging it. Big win. Skyz, fantastic shots with the AR there, and it's a 3v2. Bomb going down at A.
Hey, this is super clutchable as far as 2v3 goes, and you got Skyz getting even more intel on Ghosty. Him and Priestahh working together. Both players, though, have already expended their dead silence, so in a second, they're going to be very loud.
Bang. Noisy enough. Priestahh flying in. The second on the Huke. What a win. The bomb is being defused, though, and that's the one thing he couldn't account for in the situation. He pushed forward. Shotzzy, great read. Good spot. 1v1, he managed to win without firing a single bullet. GG's.
Super clean round as well. I mean, I know it got a little bit of a nail biter, but this is the win that Ghosty has. If he drops this one, then I think Skyz would have been set up to either just get the two-piece himself, or he should have been able to stay alive for Priestahh to go in and get the kill, excuse me. But Ghosty with the Vaznev, I'm assuming he picked it up off the ground, had the right gun for the job, making the big heads-up play, and another massively impacted one for the rookie.
Tooling around there from Shotzzy to see how we go. OpTic Texas now with the lead. They're on offense. Bomb in the hands of Ghosty, making their way over towards A, and not fully committing to this one. We've seen this time and time again here on Hotel. Wait for opening pick. Wait to flush out his players in position. And get that bomb rolling. Huke's made his way far forward. HyDra knows Skyz is going to be there. The love taps, the warning shots. I know you're coming, Huke. Will it amount to much?
I don't know what's scarier, for Huke to have bullets whizzing above his head, or for Skyz to know that Huke could potentially be behind him at any moment. So that is a lot of ammo, by the way, actually being dumped through a wall. You don't often run out of ammo in rounds, but Skyz does have to be a little bit concerned. Huke now making the play.
Good timing. Oh,
yep.
Oh, no. That was gross. That's a first blood. Ghosty, though, does get the plant out immediately. The boys have dipped now. Reposition. Get ready for the flank. Get ready for the counterattack. Here come the Subliners.
All about the timing for the York right now. Got to make sure you just get the trades, and there's trade number one.
Oh my God.
There is gunfight number two, and I know Subliners have had moments where they stack up in those moments and have gotten picked apart, but no mistakes there. Had an extra man going on the full flank as well in KiSMET, so very efficient on the retake. And shout out HyDra. Might have been the only player to die, but if he doesn't world star Huke for that first blood, how different things could have been. But it just leaves us tied 2-2.
Yeah, that'd have been a very different round if the world star wasn't there. But hey, you'll take good stuff there. Great retake. Subliners certainly fighting hard here in the Search and Destroy. I think it's safe to say the mental bounce back has been there from the Mikado. Here we go. All tied up.
I'm not entirely sure if OpTic will switch things up too much. Been finding a little bit of success in New York, though. They are switching things up by the look of it, not wasting any time. This is going to be almost an instant A plant, or at least an A plant attempt. KiSMET 21 HP, and he just gets caught. Trying to switch things up, trying to play aggressive, but Dashy gets it for the first blood.
Good timing. Ooh, a little too quick on the trigger there from Priestahh. He's going to quickly reposition. He's making moves, man. The Daddy's done. He got real far. He's not going to catch Dashy here. A very common spot. He should check it. If he doesn't, it's going to sting. But this is a great setup from OpTic. Here comes Dashy straight into the play. Wonderful work. Nice bait and switch. That's going to be the man advantage OpTic Texas.
I'm just able to get a kill and get out. Does have dead silence pop, but he's going to run out in a moment, and he can get behind enemy lines, but not quick enough necessarily to get a kill. And there you got Shotzzy. Kills the horse, trying to get inside, but trying to be a little too cheeky. And that is the start of a potential 2v3 clutch. The problem is right now for New York Subliners, no bomb side is open. You got Huke waiting for the kill.
HyDra's out. Big tags. Huke's pop dead. He's going to try to make something happen here. His teammate Dashy making the long journey across mid-map right now. That bomb has been planted. HyDra caught out. I don't know where. Easy pickings for Huke. He tags him back. Skyz can't get away either. Perfect retake there from OpTic Texas. Huke and Dashy find their respective kills, and now we wait for dead silence to run out. We defuse that bomb. They'll take the lead.
That was a great play by Huke as well. That is some stones just to be that patient to wait for the chow, but as soon as he gets the information on both players, Dashy wraps back, and I was thinking HyDra was just going to walk up the steps and kill him, but I think that might be the difference maker of not having dead silence. You don't feel free to make that sort of hit. So Huke plays it patient, plays his life, takes care of business. And we were talking about sort of the mistakes that OpTic made in the past, giving away a couple 2v4s. Not right there, not in that round. Take care of business after getting those bloods. 3-2 win, or lead rather. Wow.
Yeah, it's a slight lead. We are going to swap sides as we do. OpTic Texas, they managed to run that one pretty handedly. The retake's not always easy, especially on Hotel, and that was a very clean one indeed. You win your ones, get that defused. Subliners now Will they be able to level this one back up? We've been going back and forth between our two teams today. Dashy sitting on that 3 spree. We'll see if he can't get any more in this round. Streak's always handy. Man's posted up. Anyone going to take the hit? Skyz was there. Good work out, Huke. He manages to get his. So here comes a bit of a collapse. The rest of the subliners have to back on up. Skyz cannot give up that bed position, though.
Oh, there are 2 players wrapping back incredibly quickly. Well, Shotzzy has eyes on 1. And you see what the call out just came through. So Ghosty with the bomb just turns his attention, runs back over towards A, because Shotzzy's expecting both those players to cross. But New York read this as well. Weird timing right there between Shotzzy and HyDra. So each team has 1 player behind enemy lines. The question is, who strikes first?
This is a banger. Wonderful mind games. Dashy gets killed number 4. On down, man advantage. Skyz now going for the straight re-challenge. Has to get out of there while he still can. Tough spot to be in now for Skyz. Timing doesn't work out. Shotzzy gets it. HyDra now 1v3. 1v2. Surely they check this. There's nearly no way this happens. I refuse to believe it.
No shot.
No way. No way. Subliners take the round.
All right, I'm going to backtrack to that previous round where I was like, hey, OpTic aren't making mistakes. They're playing well. No dead silence with only 25 seconds left on the clock. HyDra just walks up and diffuses it. And OpTic just switched their brains off at the worst possible time. You just go top bed and you just watch the cross and you just throw a couple of shoulders. But yeah, HyDra stealing that one away.
With a crowd, they'd have had that, no problem. Either way, though, 3v3 now. What a search this has been. HyDra instantly wiped off the face of the planet. Trades are there. KiSMET does not get traded. Walks away with his life for now. But that's a 3-2 subliners man advantage.
That's a painful one as well for KiSMET to get those 2 big kills. And Shotzzy just got the freest information. Now it's a foot race. Ghosty finds a pick, but this player's been getting called out the entire time. Shotzzy, it is just hunter mode. Can you find him? There he is. It is a dead silence fiesta, though. But Ghosty finds a kill in the meantime. And all of that start just for Ghosty to give you 3 in the round. Rookie, welcome, man. Continues to fry, continues to find the high impact kills. And that is a big one. That is a 2v3 clutch where Ghosty, in effect, does the majority of the work. A wonderful round.
Needed that. Big time. Whew. Good work again from the newcomer to the squad. Dan Ghosty back at it again with the massively influential round winning plays.
There you go. Flows off the...
Yeah, rolls straight. Yeah, see, that was a viral TikTok, my ass. Let's get it. 4 in a row, though, for Ghosty. Can he get the cruise? It's the 4th round win for OpTic. Let's roll.
Oh, and this might just be a full-on hit as well. They're leaving nobody towards that, like, inner portion. KiSMET gets spotted as well. KiSMET's only seen 1 player. And you see the reaction from the subliners. No one's really wrapping back to help him out. Maybe HyDra wants to go for a late flank, but KiSMET might just be fearful of getting bullied out. Finally, the reinforcements coming to help him, and it looks like he's done his job. OpTic don't bully out the site. They have to regroup.
Mid-map, all safe and sound if you're a New York Subliners fan. OpTic have been forced into the restaurant, and they are not going to be sitting. They won't be dining for any moment. They do want to get on towards B. They're desperate for a pick, though. Desperate to find a kill without getting traded out. Huke might be the man to try to get it happening. Here we go.
The problem is you don't have time to rotate towards A, so you have to force this into the snake fest of this B bomb site. KiSMET says, if Huke can do it, I can do it too. Free first blood. There's the second KiSMET. The highlight reel for number 3. Top 5 plays. How you doing?
Give him the ace. Oh, God. That was disgusting. That was disgusting. A rancid ace out of KiSMET. Shiver me timbers. The king of the kitchen has absolutely put OpTic on their back.
Yeah, and that's a moment for OpTic as well, where I just don't think you can hesitate. Obviously, we have the benefit of looking at the minimap, and we have the benefit of seeing that one again. Nice little mixtape moment there for KiSMET, but again, he was the lone defender of that site. He did not get the initial help. No one wrapped back, but his presence alone was enough that OpTic were a little bit shook. Didn't feel like they could bully their way through, and And they got forced into a blender, and there is a snipe battle against one of the best, and HyDra takes him down for the first blood, and that B site is wide open.
Yeah, that's a very different look from one of the world's fastest submachine gun players, but hey, we've seen him hit plenty of shots. 3 remaining members down for OpTic. Can HyDra catch any more out? That bomb site's going to be all theirs in a second, KiSMET. The crown king of culinary-based kills. He is the man in here for now. It is maybe ringing. There's a stack up on the outside of the kitchen. Here comes Huke and Ghosty. Looking for the classic wallbang spots. That makes the middle of the kitchen completely unsafe. HyDra's been taken care of, so you have a pinch now. Time is starting to tick. OpTic have got to make a move in this 3v3.
And it's going to be 2 players, well, attempting to crawl their way in, but that is KiSMET, and that is the help, and that is the round. Too efficient on the setup, too many corners to check, and only so many different things you can actually wall bang to try to find that entry. Nice little setup for HyDra for the first blood, but the play was on the other side of the map that entire time. Subliners just cakewalked their way through B. And now for the first time in quite some time, have the advantage again in search and destroy.
Hold on to that advantage as long as they can. The Subliners starting to really get things going here on Hotel. I just disgusting rounds, man. It's hard to bounce back from these kind of moments. OpTic Texas, though. Here we go, bomb in hand. They've got themselves over towards A very fast. They should be able to get this bomb down. Here comes the fight, though. HyDra is going to get the first blood, and this could be it. This is map point. As KiSMET gets his as well. That's a cruise at the ready. Subliners are soaring.
Yeah, and you see KiSMET just repositioning to call this in for free. Might as well lock it down for the guarantee. Everybody else on York is absolutely backed up, and trophy or not, he's going to have the intel. One player got in the bottom bed. The other is backed by desks. And you see Subliners taking advantage of the intel. 2 players going on the full flank, but Skyz posted up. He's not making a mistake. He's going to L-trigger this the entire way through.
Yeah, he's going to hold this. There's no hope for Huke here, surely. And now even, you've got a backup. Onside KiSMET, dead. He popped. HyDra, that's the damage dealt. That's the pinch. That's the round. And that is the map. New York Subliners. What an unbelievable bounce back after being beaten and bloodied in that first hard point. You got some brilliant rounds in there and some highlight plays from KiSMET. You'll happily take that one for the Subliners fans as we go into control, even up.
And, you know, very much a back and forth game, especially so early on. Obviously, KiSMET, all the props in the world for the ace that he was able to collect. But in my opinion, it was the round where HyDra in a 1 versus 3 gets a single kill, doesn't have dead silence pop. The bomb is already down, and he just hops it. He just hops it, and nobody on OpTic is in position to even throw a shoulder for a bomb check. And another one of those rounds that New York Subliners keep finding against OpTic. That little extra something special might just have their number in search and destroy.
That was real special, man. I mean, just being able to hit that ninja defuse, impossible scenario to be in. I just don't know how Dashy didn't call it out. I mean, whatever, man. 6-4, 2 massive rounds go the way of the Subliners, and that is that. LSC low control coming up in a moment. We'll see how that fares in just a short few. We're going to take a quick commercial break on the other side of this one. More Call of Duty League action here, friends. Saturday is nowhere near done. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Call of Duty League. OpTic Texas, New York Subliners, 1-1 apiece as we dive into Control. A very eventful and frankly hilarious and brilliant game of Search and Destroy about that one. We're going to watch that back with glee later on today. We'll see how that one goes. Highlight plays all round. Can OpTic Texas keep things a-rolling after the incredibly dominant display in that first hardpoint? It was disgusting. Now we go to Control. Let's see what's up.
And, you know, we had enough time to settle down in between the break to, you know, put some of the hot, like, you know, the KiSMET ace out of our mind and think about some of the funnier stuff. Shotzzy dying in the horse spot where he's trying to, like, play that cheesy little, like, angle. I don't even know what to call it. I wonder how many times Shotzzy has that happen where he actually, like, messes up a jump or is trying to do something wild like that, and he just ends up like a free kill on the map. Don't get me wrong. You get so much value when he does the crazy stuff, but it does create some funny stuff where you just get a free kill on a man jumping in a box.
It looks so easy, right? Like, from that POV, he just looks like his controller's broken or something. But yeah, unbelievable. When it pulls off, perfect. Nobody does it better, but hey, these things happen. LSE control, here we go. Subliners chance 1 and 5, not ideal at this moment in time, but hey, current form could be an indicator of where we're going. What are we thinking, mate? What are we feeling?
Well, defense has been a decent problem for Subliners there, right? You see a much lower percentage win by comparison compared to OpTic, so just about sort of those lock it down rolls. I know even Thieves, when they were talking about this map, it's how when you have the mid-map control, if your SMGs are down low, guarantee that you get the kills before you go out and die. So all about the timing, and it is the SMGs attempting to lead the charge, and it is Huke there to already slow them down.
Literally perfect aim through the wall for Priestahh, like literally perfect.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Wow. Okay. Keeping mid-map flowing. It was the B site we got for a moment there from the Subliners. Shotzzy should be here to clear out Priestahh unless... Wow, okay. 3 in a row from P-Dog. Woof, woof.
That is the hell of a start. He's getting hunted down, too. That man is gone.
No shot. Priestahh, what an opener from him. His teammates have got that first segment of B cleaned up. Super slow. We've stayed on with Priestahh this whole time. His teammates are frying. Subliners, a spicy start. Dashy's down now. Oh, the spree's still going. No shot. Nearly a team. This is a wild opener chance.
This is a perfect opener. I mean, B is chalked right there from OpTic. That is going to be the stack in. That is that zone gone. Repositioning is in, but New York Subliners have all the time in the world. A full round. They get 2 minutes to work with to try to capture this A zone. Doesn't make it easy, though. You can absolutely defend this zone for the final one, so still important kills to get.
They've only lost 2 lives as well, which is also pretty wild. Looking to get themselves on at this point. ASAP Ghosty spotted. Tough work with the Vaz at that range. Shotzzy, nice clean up there. A couple more kills now going to the OpTic pile. Priestahh still on the flank, looking to get himself streaks if he can catch a couple more out here. But brilliant work to start things off.
He has 4 bullets left. I don't know if he realizes that yet, but now he's got a knife on a back truck, and he is only but a distraction. And honestly, this is kind of problematic because I guess he's drawing the attention of Dashy, but outside of that, he's going to be completely useless until he can find a weapon or like get back in the picture. And so originally they had 2 full minutes to work with to capture this A zone. Now they're down to 1 minute and 10, and they have made 0 progress on the map.
We're staying on board with the Chronicles of Priestahh. He's got a new gun. This is wild, man. He's not died yet. Slow cap. His teammate stacking up shots. He's going to pick that corner soon. Big win. Priestahh on a 5. Just about a minute frozen on this one. Chances we are still rolling.
And you still have Ghosty up top radio tower, but he's 0-1. Honestly, Ghosty could be running out of ammo at this point as well, but he had enough to get back in the mix and pick up the 2-piece. It's actually Dashy that went up back in the tower, so getting the right man in the right place at the right time. And now Skyz has their gunny to drop Shotzzy. Headshot multiplier in full effect, and you are right back on this A zone.
Ghosty's still got an opportunity to get into this point. He's going to get the contest at the very least. Here comes the rest of OpTic. The reinforcements are here. Dashy tagged up, taking care of Ghosty. Skyz! It's Mr. Bueno. Will he be able to get the 3rd? No, his teammates are there. They have invested in one another. It's a 5 spree from Skyz. A 6 now. Jeez, that's an absolute massacre in the opening round.
Yeah, and KiSMET just went 0-5 for the dub. Yeah, I'd be laughing about that too. Didn't have to do a thing but call out, because that is literally, for both the zones, Priestahh just has the perfect opening break, starts at 4-0, gets all the clearance kills free to actually work towards B, and then Skyz does the exact same thing on the A zone. Highlight reel, gunshots he down, goes on a nice little spree, gets the cruise, and gets his team that zone as well. And that is a very big laugh. That TikTok duo putting in some serious work.
That was a crazy round. I want to see if Kiz can get a kill. Not that it matters too much, but...
He will, I believe.
OpTic now attacking, see if they can't crack into the A and B zones. A B zone vanished real fast in that opening round. Here we go. Guys on that 6-3 still. Turns it into a 7. Lovely stuff. Dashy and Huke, they find their kills as well. A lot of space to play with now over by A for OpTic Texas.
I don't know how Skyz does it. He is simply magical. Gets a kill and turns the audio back on and does so much. He's even catching Shotzzy dancing around, but Shotzzy is but a distraction. Most of the play right now happening over towards the A zone, and it looks like HyDra that first entry man for the team, and Skyz looking to get back in the mix, but you already see where Ghosty's posted up. Good luck trying to jump out on this one, and yeah, that'll be a free kill for Ghosty every day of the week.
He's going to hold this down now. OpTic doing good work over by A. Second segment gone. Third's on its way out. HyDra, a nice bit of work there in the close range fight. We're going to see A taken care of. No one's really here to stop this. HyDra might go for it. HyDra might go for it, but he's not going to be able to stop the actual point. Good stuff there. OpTic get a minute to play with. 26 lives still. They're rocking.
And I'd say right now, maybe the most important member of the map for the New York Subliners is Priestahh. Got himself in position to sort of force these spawns out, and there's a couple of those green arrows that have been looking for him, and that's where he makes his presence known. Gets some shots in from completely down range, and you see Priestahh actually has some help. Knows the Ghosty is down low, but Priestah's been dancing. He pops dead silence just to be a little bit more difficult to track. And this is the gunfight to win. Ghosty hears him, doesn't make a difference. Priestahh still the thorn in their side. There's the extra kill to boot.
Priestahh is the Lego, and right now that B zone is OpTic's bare feet, and they are being just stung, man. Ghosty and Shotzzy trying to clear the way out topside, looking for any angle just to get themselves forward. Good work from Shotzzy, gets one. Mini-map is popping. Ghosty gets one as well. So we're rolling now. A bit of space to work with. OpTic Texas should be able to flow forward. HyDra, though, he's the last problem to deal with. They've got no idea where he is. That's it. Huke's got him. There's space now to move forward. OpTic Texas surely make the push now.
Yeah, Shotzzy just calling out the cross, though. No one's actually pushed up the deep right side of the map, so now you get Ghosty on the zone, basically just to stop the clock and, well, in effect, draw out the cruise missile. Skyz with the intel, but that is a beautiful trophy on the zone. Shotzzy, that first tick nearly through.
Trophy helps out. Smooth snakes. Shotzzy should be able to stay there. Again, the wall bang. It's an awkward spot to be in, but they're going to hold it. First segment gone. Second's on its way out. It's only Shotzzy getting the caption. His teammates are roaming, looking for kills. They haven't quite found him yet. Huke, he's got to go a bit wild here. Doesn't get the second. That's a good hold. Subliners, stay alive.
Yeah, that is a win from KiSMET. That could be the difference maker in the round, but it's still a 50-50 square up. Ghosty has the trophies out. He starts it off with another nice win. So the clearance to the B zone is in. HyDra's going to be on the flank, and he wins an important one, but it's still a near second tick that's coming through. But with only Ghosty on it, it's going to be slow progress.
So close. Here comes the stack. Dashy was there to help out for a second. They get the second seg. Big win out of Ghosty, still alive and kicking. You're looking to find a few more. OpTic looking to stack up here. Huke's now flying forward. Big wins. Gets the second as well. The player is still alive. Priestahh now trying to make his way forward. Dives out. No one else from OpTic here. Huke's got to survive. He can't. The clock opens up once again. Can Dashy find the kills?
I mean, he gets the entrance too. Keep in mind an 8v5 with 30 seconds left. So Subliners cannot afford to die in this situation. And now you just need to get the trades. There you go. No respawns remaining. Ghosty with another one as well. 3 players to survive, but the zone gets captured a little too quick. And again, we talked about it right before the map happened. Subliners, it is defense where they've struggled just a little bit more than their counterpart. And they end up losing another close one there as Ghosty fried that round. I mean, he was 0-1, I think, in round 1 for the first like minute and a half or 2 minutes. I don't know when exactly it has happened, but he's up to 13 now in 2. He's been putting in serious work with attack.
It was that great bit of work he did over by the A zone. In that top red position. Massive kills, helping the boys capture that point. But yeah, 13 and 8 on a 2. Rolling forward. OpTic on defense this time round. Let's see if the Subliners can find that decisive opener once again. KiSMET started things off 0-5. He's now 5-13. So a little bit better, a little bit worse.
Yeah, diddly poison on that one, and that is not a good start. That is just patience from Huke to take those players down, and you got Mr. Bueno behind enemy lines, but he's only going to be forcing a couple spawns out and wins an extra big one. Forces Dashy to go hunting, but I think Dashy doesn't mind being up top. Still a power position to behold.
He's the hunter. Over to B we go. Shotzzy's looking to clear out all the usual spots. No extra stack here from the Subliners. They've been cleaned up. They're off B for now. Still a decent amount of work been done, and man, Shotzzy somehow alive. 2 HP, wall banged into oblivion, but he's still rocking. Oscillates over towards A on the defense. This is smooth moves out of OpTic Texas.
And he had enough intel on Priestahh, just that he's spotting everybody, dancing around the map, getting good information, and calling out that those Subliners players are going to be leaning towards A. But Ghosty is behind enemy lines, wins a big one on KiSMET, so that's a matchup Ghosty has certainly enjoyed. And now with Subliners, I know they have a little bit of pressure on the A zone, but they're about to get pinched from a couple different directions. And Ghosty, the man, starting things off, setting up his teammates. That'll be number 15 in a 4 spree, and some damage on the next player in line.
I was gonna say, just chow it. You're frying right now, Ghosty. You're feeling good. Shooting hot. Tags, you name it. Doing as much as you possibly can. 20 seconds to go as the New York Subliners have found next to nothing in this attacking round. 2 on A. Stack for a moment. Cleaned up again. Here comes Huke. Clearing point. Can't get it done. KiSMET now getting the work done. Ghosty up over the top. Finds himself another. Opens up the clock again.
I mean, this is just comfort zone time for him as well. HyDra's going to creep up, maybe just to contest and try to get a little bit of help, but Ghosty and Shotzzy locking it down together. 8 seconds left. You got a dive bomb on the A zone. It is Shotzzy, the first man you got to deal with, and that is a scary thing to hear. Him and Huke getting it done. HyDra, last-ditch effort with 1.1 on the clock. Can the Subliners pull off these heroics?
It is never chalked. HyDra with the off angle. Here comes Dashy. Checks it. Wow. HyDra finds himself another one. Huke straight back at it. We have a minute now to play with. 8 lives remaining for the New York Subliners. What an insane turn in the round.
Yeah, I mean, that is some stones to be able to hold on and ice up in that situation, but this is a very big problem at hand. You can't really afford to die in these moments. You need a perfect wipe of kills, and Ghosty got one before he fell. KiSMET's done to stop the clock, but there are green arrows everywhere on this map, and for the moment, only one body on this point.
It's one body comes with streaks. I'm not sure if the trophy's going to be able to stop this one. We'll see, though, if anyone can get one in there in the last possible second. Abandoned B for now. Oh, they stay alive. Oh, the second one comes through. The first was a bait. Only still takes care of one of those New York Subliners players. 5 of them remaining.
That's a moment I wonder if Subliners even realize that there is a second one coming through. I know in-game it can be tough to hear when they get comboed like that. And now OpTic have the setup. You got Huke over by White as well. You're just going to get funneled into a blender when you dive out the point. KiSMET, it's all for bait. Nobody's winning the gunfights, and OpTic get the round done on defense. Advantage and control is theirs.
That was huge. As far as the segment battle, though, for that final defensive round, currently New York Subliners up by 3. Damn, good work there out of OpTic Texas, just when things started to get very tough. Iron up, take care of business. Shotzzy indeed. Great patience from a player that, you know, that left stick is locked forward. He held down that small room, that side door towards the B site. No problem. Here we go. Map point, OpTic Texas.
And I think Allie's probably impressed with Ghosty's performance right now. I can't remember what her exact quote is, but the idea of, like, as long as you're alive somewhere on the map and you have presence, you're creating stuff for your team. And not only is Ghosty the main slayer with 21 kills, but he's had a couple different lives in different moments where he's surviving for a minute and a half straight. So high-value player. Another strong start for Shotzzy, but does eventually get shut down as Ghosty, the little standoff battle. And again, good luck with that gunfight. Never gonna go your way.
It's so hard, man. Here we go, though. Bit of pressure now. OpTic have been forced to the top side of the minimap. KiSMET's found himself a corner. Dashy trying to find the picks. HyDra, oh, tagged up. Not quite the kill there. KiSMET on the run. Bad timing. His woes. This map continue. It happens in control of the best of them. 9 and 22 overall. 45 on the round.
Dead silence pops. Opportunity for Paco to start making moves. Could be behind 3 players, but he is being, you know, searched for. Huke's arrow is turned. Dashy occasionally is turning around as well, but there's a nice little beanie shot for HyDra for the first. Still is the dead silence. Quick on the wraparound and quick on the reaction time. 1 HP. That is all HyDra needs.
And this is HyDra just cutting OpTic Texas into pieces. He slashed his way through them. Onto A they go. The HyDra spree continues. Timing could be good. Oh, it's great for Dashy. 23 seconds remaining in this one. You've got to get them off the point. Priestahh trying to go big. He's got tags in. Huke leaves the point for a second. The segment is in. As OpTic Texas still alive.
No trophies on the hill, though, so Shotzzy at least gets stunned up. There's Ghosty for the reinforcements, and the Watcher from above. A zone nearly complete. Skyz doesn't even want to jump on it, knows you just get funneled into death. And you see Subliners have 2 players on the top side of the map. They are happy to try to defend B. Obviously for OpTic, a decent bit of time to work with. Minute and 10. Shotzzy already to the zone.
All tied up on the segments as well. HyDra with attack. Finding those kills. KiSMET has pushed himself all the way to the top white building, so he'll be safe over there for now. Going to keep that spawn trap going. OpTic have got a lot of work to do to fight their way out of this one. And Huke, he's on call for another set of streaks here. If he can get one more kill here, playing as annoying as he possibly can. Ooh, so close.
And yet so far away from the zone as well. OpTic, no more pressure on the map. A long way to go with only 35 seconds. Nice little entry kill there from Shotzzy, but he is just, again, diving his way to try to get near this zone. Info on Priestahh, info on KiSMET. OpTic have a much better sense. Now info on HyDra. So Shotzzy's able to call out where every single player is. His teammates need to jump on and help him out.
Try to find the skills. He's staying alive. There it is. HyDra pushes him forward. Huke now. Next man up. Good teamwork. Great work. Ghosty and Dashy, they find the kills. Oh my god, and just like that, it's an immediate stack. OpTic have got to fly forward. This could be the game right here. Shotzzy, Ghosty, Huke, Dashy, the whole squad are all on the point. The kills can't get there soon enough. It is done. Throw in the towel. OpTic Texas, what a bounce back.
And that is, I mean, look, credit to everybody because they were getting the kills, but Shotzzy literally spots out one player top window, one player on back tent that's jumping off to go back garage, and hey, there's HyDra on the truck. Shotzzy eventually just turns into the bait, but everything he just called out, his teammates funnel into position perfectly and jump on that zone in the final moments. Very well executed. 2 for 2 in the respawn game modes there from OpTic, and another fine one out of both Ghosty and Huke. Absolutely surviving and thriving on Elasilo. Getting that little combo double cruise missile coming through. Always a good feeling.
That's crazy, man. Great turn there on Elasilo. 3-1. We thought that was going to the final round. Think again, friends. Crazy turnaround. Good look across the highlights now from this one. Priestahh with the sort of strange odyssey he went on the start of that first round. Running around with a knife in hand, somehow picking up these crazy kills, but it's not going to amount to a whole lot. It's at the end of the day, one-man UAV, Shotzzy, managed to defeat his boys the perfect hit. All 4 down, OpTic Texas. What an insane final round. That was disgusting.
And, you know, frankly, it would have been a 3-0 if not for both Priestahh going on a massive run in round number 1 and Skyz doing the exact same thing. I think literally if Shotzzy gets that kill on Skyz, I mean, at least the round goes back to sort of that 50-50 shootout rather than just New York Subliners running him over. So OpTic certainly playing incredibly well in the respawns thus far. It's just against New York, those weird moments in the search and destroy, but good news for OpTic, back to hard point from map 4.
Yeah, that is great news for the OpTic fans. This could be a 3-1 here in the series. Good shouts to the analysts and those who hit the pick'ems board. I saw the leaderboard recently. Everyone's doing great up there, man. I can't believe that so many players able to, or so many fans and players able to accurately predict the scores here. Cash on the line. You better be going big. Subliners, time to turn it around right here and now. You got to stop OpTic Texas on a hard point. It is no small feat.
It is a good map for New York Subliners, though, going into a HyDra, and I think you already know a decent bit of the game plan that OpTic like to bring. OpTic might be like the most swim-heavy team that we have seen on HyDra, at least throughout Stage 3. I think it was like Toronto Ultra they might have been playing against in the finals, where there was times where like Scrappy was on the top bridge, one of the best headies in the game, just staring straight down at the water, because you know where OpTic were going to be coming through. But I'm assuming OpTic have definitely taken some time to figure out different routes on the map. Obviously, they have a lot at their disposal.
A lot of routes. Most routes, I think, ever on HyDra. But we'll see what happens. That is coming up now just in a moment. This could be a 3-1 for the OpTic fans out there. Got to be feeling great. However, I think there's a lot of life still left, Chance, in the New York Subliners. It's a dangerous team. We'll see what they've got right now. But hey, man, writing might be on the wall. Who knows? We'll see what happens in a few moments. But this has been a very, very fun day of Call of Duty. Not done yet, guys and gals. After this, still another series to play. But insane level of focus across the OpTic Texas players. Ghosty paying firm attention to a story time, looks like, from Dashy.
I can't tell. Is that what's going on? Or are they talking to JP off to the side? Actually,
they're never they're never like in a row, you know?
Well, yeah, no, I think Ghosty has to be on like the far right side for him, and I think Dashy's sitting opposite. So yeah, I think Ghosty was talking to JP because yeah, now he's turning to his teammates. Yeah, he was getting intel from the coach for sure.
Yeah,
analyst,
numbers guy.
I don't know, something like that. Yeah, he went to Cornell. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, definitely not a coach. Definitely not a coach. Ghosty getting ready to dive into this one, quite literally. HyDra come up in a moment. There he is. He's swimming. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's their only strat. I knew it.
They
have one game plan on OpTic. He's got great technique, I'll admit. Some good freestyle coming through, but you know what's going to happen.
Was that mate? Was that a paddle? You are a swimmer. You know what you're talking about. Was that a good paddle?
You've never heard of freestyle before, Miles?
I just wing it and just go forward.
Okay, sorry, my bad. We'll back up to like doggy paddle. We'll start off at the basics. We get some water wings in the mix if we need. Get those floaties.
All right, let's party. Floaties at the ready. Subliners. Great hold percentage. Break percentage, not so much. Let's see if that pays off here. Stats lie in this HyDra. Match point, OpTic Texas. See if they can't turn it around.
I mean, that is a stat that just screams, hey, win the rotation. Like, that is win the rotation, win the game. Although it is kind of interesting, if Subliners are the best hold team and OpTic certainly one of the better ones at breaking, that just means I think Subliners a little bit more desperate for the rotations. OpTic, a few more options at their disposal. More good news for OpTic. They start on the good side, and if Shotzzy has a pistol in hand, you know where he's going.
There's not many headies on the water, but
He'll find a way.
He'll find a way, man. Well, there we go. Up point in the hands of the Subliners for now. They can hold on to this one. No problem. Do need to get the break towards P2, but man alive, KiSMET finding the second somehow. Here comes Dashy. He's heavily banged up, but his teammates have all fallen around him, trying not to let those spawns flip, and it's happened. There we go. Number 7, Skyz in the back line. Subliners off to a great start.
Yeah, and as expected, you just watch the water routes off the rip, and you should be able to find a couple of those kills. This would be a good time for OpTic to get if they can collect, though, and certainly they have enough pressure on the map that it's looking like they might be all squared away, and enough pressure. Players behind enemy lines and Shotzzy deep underwater like a shark, and this is such a hard gunfight to win. Bullets are just different in the water, and Shotzzy, as annoying as can be, backing KiSMET down.
I'm pissed for KiSMET there, quite frankly.
That's so annoying.
HyDra's there to get it, though. Good work. Teamwork prevails against water physics here in MW2. Huke's hitting the God Heady. Priestahh takes care of business. That's a big lead now for the Subliners. They are starting to run it up. OpTic have really not been able to get too close to this P2. And you're looking towards New as well. Great work out of the Subliners. Lovely map control. They must have watched Nameless on the telescope.
Well, they need to keep watching because these are split spawns coming through. So I know a lot of those errors on Subliners have been going back and forth. They couldn't quite tell where the pressure's coming from. And now it's KiSMET by himself. Couldn't buy a kill in control. But gets the big 2 in P2 to keep his team in the mix. He's still got the pressure on the point. And Subliners do have a sizable lead thus far. And obviously, we talked about it. Rotations have been on point for Subliners.
Oh.
That helps with the lead. And Priestahh trying to carry that into P3.
Comes next. Ghosty finally cleans up. Gonna be a safe space to be right now if you're an OpTic Texas fan. Okay, then nades are coming in. Ghosty holding the front line, no problem. Time's now ticking. OpTic trying to mount their comeback. Subliners will be funneling through the front. Take notes, everyone. This is how you try to break this hard point. Not an easy one to do.
Yeah, this also has a full 60 written all over it, just because as soon as you get those entry kills and block the back, it is just a hike and a half to get across P1. Shotzzy in his home, sometimes a swimmer, sometimes a deep sea diver, and sometimes the two-piece machine that is just a distraction. Takes a little dip, he's back in the mix, and he can't throw a nade from underwater, and that'll be the only way Shotzzy's gonna fall.
A strange and awkward gunfight. Subliners still with the lead. Hard point firmly in the hands of OpTic, though. They've done a great job here on this point. Rotation's done, though. That's going to be all New York Subliners, except for the guys who are spawning behind. That's kind of strange, but hey, it all makes sense.
Oh, wow.
Trust us. There's the final 2 off spawn. Yeah, look at this conga line. It's a conveyor belt of players rolling forward. Into the back line, though. That's going to be KiSMET, safe and sound. HyDra is going to be the man on the point. Got to watch out from this attack now from OpTic Texas. This is going to get real weird.
Yeah, they know Huke is back here as well. They have just gone hunting, and he picks up 1 kill on Skyz, but the rest of OpTic need to just jump on the point right now if they can get it. So Huke has done his job, and now Huke's got the reinforcements. Ghosty's moved his way to the point, and New York Subliners, they are scattered across the map. KiSMET's doing everything that he can to stay alive. and everything is broken off. It's still Huke that's in the back. He has gotten his team in the spawns. Admittedly, though, for the Subliners, still collecting the time, but it has been a mix fest on this hill.
Ah, crazy hill. And it's anyone's hill for a moment. Here comes Priestahh. Into the time. Waiting for the hit through ruins. That's going to be Ghosty on the outside. Skyz trades out again. Back and forth we go. And the Subliners, they're up, but there's someone in the back. Shotzzy spawn close. OpTic is still there. They're still fighting for this one. Priestahh trying to hit the row. There's OpTic members over there. There's OpTic members behind you. If you check your back pocket, Hex might be in there too.
And now you're worried about getting flanked though as well for Priestahh, right? Because it's players coming from old, it's players above you at new. He's in there for the contest and he's in there for the first as well. So Priestahh has had himself quite a life, but now towards the back, it's OpTic. I don't even know how Shotzzy got there. I don't remember seeing a green arrow on the left side of the map. I don't know if it was a spawn or a water route or what just happened. But now it's Priestahh gunning Huke again. In the same life, Priestahh has 2 kills, both on Huke. As the map has just looked insane with players everywhere for the past 2 hills.
Subliners still holding it. Yeah, the spawns are split. Some from the front, some all from the back now for OpTic. There's KiSMET. Ian Skyz finding these kills. Priestahh still soaking. And we're not because of the water routes, ladies and gents. He is in that hard point. KiSMET again now on a force spree. Subliners starting to really get things going. This is getting dicey indeed. Perfect time to go for a listen in with the New York Subliners.
Come on, hold. Arches, Brandon. Okay, I get initial time, okay?
I'm staying left behind.
Yeah, I hear you. It's fine,
Yo, I'm gonna play your front.
I spawned out, guys. They're in, yo, yeah, Bill?
What? Yeah, I can't.
Ghosty P2.
Wait.
Ghosty
2p2, guys.
2p2, 1 red.
Yeah, 2p2. Bomb them already. Yeah, bomb them. 1 shot. Shotzzy.
Take your time. Get them. He went P1 or P2 water.
Yeah, he was weak.
Yo, don't push me. Push me down. Elbow. There's 2 dome. One's elbow, one's
I'm up.
Yo, Ant's gonna go P1 water, okay?
Alright, here. I stunned the elbow. I'm looking at dome and shit. I don't see dome.
Yo, once out, right side broken. Yo, P1 water needed. P1 water needed left side. Yes. One side still. I spawned down. Bridge now. Bridge. Yo, bridge. Dead. Nice.
Top dome.
Looking for
Take your time, yo.
There's spam tag on me. Yeah, he wallbang me.
Yeah, still top dome.
Top dome. They're gonna be elbow. Play kills here hard. We can flip them still.
Top dome and there's 3 at old, bro. There's 2 on old and 1 top dome. I'm looking for 1 new, bro. He's probably dead.
I'm going right.
Alright.
If we get kills, we can still flip them here.
Yeah.
He's playing for me in the back. He's Scott Rock. Bridge heady. 1 shot dead.
Nice.
Scott Rock.
One
roll. I hear you.
Help me right. Front side time or something?
He's gonna go P4. P4 me. Close. One's mid stairs.
Send back dead.
Yo, cut two.
Alright, I have it.
P4, front side. He's on the God Rock. High rock.
We on the high rock.
1 shot on the very back. Spawning P5.
Jump to side P2, right?
Yeah, P5 spawns.
I'm watching back down. We should just go. Back down.
Time dead. Nice shit. Yo, one from mid.
Back down. 1 shot back down.
Yo, back ready.
I'm on shot. Nice. They all from P5.
Yeah, I'm holding P5. They have to go fucking. I'm trying to dodge nades. Pick up my elbow.
I have it in front.
I'm looking elbow the best I can.
Stay down time.
Okay.
You're good. I got a trophy down here.
Look at my top red.
I'm watching steps.
Make cut, and then right side.
I'm happy right. Nice. I'm on
another one. Middle hut, absolute.
Jesus, Skyz, the only thing more dirty than his aim is his mouth. The language on that boy, absolutely cooking though. A 50+ point lead now for the New York Subliners. They are running away with it here on HyDra. They want that game 5 and they want it bad.
And they are honestly in prime position to get it as well. It's not just Skyz slowing these players down on a force spree, but number 6, Priestahh, took the route to get behind enemy lines, and HyDra spawned with them, might have fallen, but look who spawns right back up. Subliners going to have all the pressure in the world on this hill.
It's a nice bit of a snap there from Huke on the outside. Priestahh now funneling their way in through the back line is going to be the New York Subliners. Got to check upstairs as well. So many points to hit here on this hard point. Huke, though, crosses them up over the top. KiSMET somehow finds the 183 dead. Last man alive upstairs. And like that, 50,000 people used to live in outside Ghost Town. It's all on Shotzzy here on that point. Trying to stay alive, man, and he is doing it all. The Subliners keep flooding. 20+ seconds remaining in this one. They should be able to get it.
God, the deep sea diver, though, stays alive. Buys you a little bit of scrap time. And OpTic, I haven't blocked that back spawn, so that means Subliners, it is going to be a hike and a half to get across the map. Huke's going to be the cutoff man. And this is pretty well orchestrated so far. I think now that the back spawn's open, though, no, number 2 spawns up out, forces number 6 back. So OpTic, right side of the pressure on the map. The stuns, though, there on Dashy. He got the trophy out too late, and he is going to get punished for it. Subliners walk their way through the front of the hill.
No, still an opportunity for the break, though. Sky's got a hold on this one. KiSMET's got the back covered. Oh, no. HyDra's got the pinch. It's all sweet. It's looking gravy for New York. Huke trying to make his way through the front. Nothing. Ghosty now through ruins. Okay, finds one. We'll take that. In and out he goes. So this is a very, very strong hold from the New York Subliners once again. Oh, Ghosty nearly. Skyz is there on the stairs. Shotzzy from the back. This is getting wild. The break is on. Last man left up is going to be HyDra. There's the contest cleaned up, and just like that, OpTic are in.
Now it's about the cutoff kills, though, right? Well, KiSMET's going to fall, so he can't even buy you one. This is plenty of time for Shotzzy to work with, and he was able to flip these spawns once before on this hill. He has made it behind enemy lines again. Priestahh doesn't turn for it. He's going to get shot in the back because of it. Skyz's head needs to be on a swivel. No, Shotzzy's behind, and it's just freebies. One by one, they're going to fall. Shotzzy on rotation, setting his team up for success, gets them the spawns, gets the break in, and OpTic still in this game.
Ooh, deep breath. Folks at home, this is not over yet. Subliners doing what they can to crack on through. They have fanned out across the map. Huke's going to play this very slow. Gas him up. He's literally on the gas can. Toe-to-toe with HyDra. Here's the fight. Wins it. Wow. Stays alive. That is massive from Huke. And here come the reinforcements. Shotzzy's going to be there on the back as well. No way the New York Subliners players read this. Up close and personal. Skyz with the snapper. Backdoor. Dashy cleans up 2 on a 5. Still holding the point.
You finally kill Huke. Shotzzy, the next one in line. That man's a Terminator. You finally get past him, and then Dashy beams you down before you can blink. For the first time in a long time since P1, OpTic, well, they can't quite get it, but so close to the lead. And you still got a player like Shotzzy, again, the facilitator, behind enemy lines, trying to flip those spawns, trying to play long-term. You got a couple areas right now turning, ready for that direction. And you got a nice little intro kill as well, so they might know Shotzzy's here, but they haven't dealt with him yet. And the good news is, wow, those dude, 7 and 3 literally just spawn next to each other on the left side of the map, and then one player from OpTic spawns in. So it is HyDra. Good luck predicting this, but OpTic officially have the edge.
Classic fraternization, baby. Here we go. Shotzzy spearfishing. Awkward gets it, no problem. Into the hard point. Skyz taken care of. 3 spree, looking for a few more. The guns are up, the guns are hot as Priestahh trying to get into this one. Lead change is on the way, but the New York Subliners have cleaned house. Looking towards P2 as well now. A delicate balance for both teams right now. This is about as close as it's going to get.
I took my off in the minimap after Shotzzy got all the kills. I don't know when or why Subliners ended up spawning on the right side, but OpTic might have gotten the lead. But now I don't know if they have the advantage, but Dashy is certainly trying to take it. Trophy's out of bound, wins the first gunfight, gets the 2-piece, secures the rotation, and with kills like that, might have just secured you the game.
Yeah, Subliners don't properly block the back or secure the spawn, and now OpTic are in. This could be it. Lead change, ladies and gentlemen. Shotzzy cuts off mid-map. Ghosty's there as well. Will we see a game 5? Or will it end right here, right now on HyDra? Soldier up for this one. It's 25 for the win.
And this is just such a long way to go. Ghosty's picking up 2 pieces before you can make it to Dome, and Huke is lying in wait for the kill. 2 after 2 in the cruise missile for the victory lap. KiSMET, the hero play. He's the one that has to make it. Diving up into death. Dashy collecting all this last bit of time. 1 more kill to get. And maybe you got New York trying to desperately stay alive. But still, only 5 seconds to go. I'd say OpTic have options. Enough players are going to fall, but on that rotation, it is 3 bodies for OpTic Texas towards New, and only Priestahh in between them.
It is 5 seconds for the win. Can Priestahh make something very special happen here? Huke, I think he can hear it. Ghosty finds the kill. That should be it. The clock now will tick. The final 5 seconds there. OpTic have got themselves the hard point. The hard work is done. New York Subliners good, but not good enough to take down OpTic in hard point. The saving grace here in the series. GG's to them. It's it was close, but not close enough.
And honestly, I think one of the craziest stats that in this game is the fact that Ghosty even kept up in kills with Shotzzy, because Shotzzy just went ballistic. I mean, like a demented run he just had from like the, P4 Ruins Hill, whatever it is, for like 3 hills in a row where Shotzzy is getting his team the spawns constantly, where he is picking up 2 pieces constantly and just locking down rotation. So Shotzzy, as far as I'm concerned, absolute MVP performance in that game. I mean, hefty in the slang. Again, rotations are crazy. And the fact that Ghosty was anywhere near him, ridiculously impressive.
Incredible. Well, great run. Hardpoint continues to be an exciting and disgusting game mode there for OpTic. 212 though, HyDra See if that one comes back to bite them later. A difficult map to be very consistent on, I think, is a safe way of putting it. But that Mikado, damn, man, it was disgusting. 92 points. This is the best the Subliners could muster there. If not for that search and destroy, this series would have been an absolute blowout. But I will say, Chance, my pick'ems are looking good. I hope you're doing good. And I hope the desk is doing even better. How are we doing, guys?
Fellas? Well, I didn't pick London Royal Ravens to win like you did this morning, Miles. Well done there. OpTic, though, walking away with another W, and the crowd in my chat is very happy. The majority went with the green wall on this one, and Nameless, you called this exact score. You saw this coming. Did you know it based on maps, or you just have a gut feeling today?
Yeah, so I knew it was going to be a hardpoint battle, but when I saw that the maps were Mercado and HyDra, I was like, in the losers bracket run, they had a lot of these maps, and they were frying mostly everybody when it got to these two. On HyDra, I would just never want to play Shotzzy.
No.
I mean, to be honest, like, this was a New York win right here on this game 4. Done and dusted. But the solo plays out of Shotzzy were unbelievable. It starts on P3. He's last one left up top. They can't kill him. He finds one in the hill, turns around, finds another kill off of the sound cue, and then they flurry there and they keep it contested. The next 2 hills after that as well, he is the first man on rotation, getting the spawns and the kills to follow it up. Shotzzy was unbelievable on this HyDra.
I completely agree. I mean, every single time OpTic Texas got a break to come through, even rotation just spawns, it was because Shotzzy had made a play maybe 5 seconds before. I mean, even when he hit the deep back of P3, I mean, him being in the water, him being in the behind, him being in hill, he was annoying throughout this entire match.
And I just wanted to call out, the score was 188 to 120, 68-point advantage for New York going into their final 70 seconds, and OpTic just clawing their way back. First it was Shotzzy, then it was Dashy on that back hill rotation. They clutch up, and New York handed a very difficult 3-1 loss after kind of rolling their last match against the Røkkr. So what's going on with the Subliners here, Allie? Is it simply OpTic is just a better team right now in the league?
I just think this was a really good matchup, to be honest. I just think OpTic definitely has the edge when it comes to those hard points right now. They have continued that off from Major 3. They've seemingly figured it out. It was a big question mark. It was like, is this the honeymoon period? Do they still need time to gel as a roster? I mean, Ghosty alone also dropped 33 and 21 in that HyDra, so certainly starting to fill his shoes as one of the roles inside of OpTic Texas.
They opened it up with a spanking 250 to 92 as they 100-point club the Subliners. But our scuff play of the game comes from Control, a 3-1 victory. And this was off of some heroics. They close out on A. They get a little bit of bonus time. And then OpTic, kill after kill. They get 3 down, a 4-man jump on the hill, and everyone helps them lock this one up as they take game 3.
Yeah, I wish we knew like time on the point in Control, because I feel like Ghosty had himself a hell of a Control map. He was also soaking so much time there. They did a really good job playing their lives. There were a couple sticky situations throughout this. They had to invest both their glide bombs at the exact same time. New York was still in a pretty good spot. Bottom lockers just taking their time. Like OpTic, really, really fast team, but when they need to slow down, we're noticing these top teams, they do it very well.
I've wanted to hate against this Ghosty pickup. I feel like OpTic right now is just smiling and be like, we told you so. Yeah. You guys were doubting this. The man dropping numbers alongside Shotzzy in that final game. OpTic picks up another W, and Shotzzy joins us live right now to talk about the victory. How much do you love playing HyDra?
Literally my favorite map. I think that's probably definitely one of my best my favorite maps playing in COD than any map so far in the CDL. So I love HyDra.
Can you talk to me about that game 4 though? Because you guys were down as much as 68 points. 180 is where New York was at before you started your comeback. What switched in the game? Who made the play, or what opened up for you guys?
I would say my 3-piece on P3. As soon as we got like that 3-piece, we were able to make that scrappy, and then I'm pretty sure we ended up losing the rotation on P4, but we were able to get the last 30, and then we ended up breaking P5, and then from there we chained that, and then on top of that we got the P1 spawns as well. So I feel like that 3-piece on P3 definitely changed the momentum, but dude, that was a crazy series for sure.
It was a crazy series. It was a really nice one to watch as well. I'm sure it was more stressful being in game than out. But I want to ask you guys about your Control specifically, because your hardpoint now looks fantastic. Control is where you guys kind of had a couple of missteps, and seemingly in this series, I mean, you stole an offense on LCL not once, but twice, and it looked pretty dominant on the defensive side as well. What have you guys been working on specifically to lock up that game number 3?
I feel like our practice before was like, we gotta play controls, like, you know, boring game mode. But now I feel like we have really like a lot of fun playing control, just because like obviously that's the one game mode that we need to work on. So we're coming with a different mindset the past couple weeks. So I feel like that definitely really helped us a lot. And then on top of that, we're picking up on like, you know, the best control teams, like their little tendencies. So we're kind of like, you know, copy pasting that in our squad. So yeah, I feel like our control is looking good though recently for sure.
Yeah.
Shotzzy, we've talked to you a lot about your guys' gameplay. You're always on the different talk shows talking about your guys' practice. I feel like we know everything we need to know there. I want to ask you about sort of like, you're the king of content now in the Call of Duty scene of the active pros. How has that been balancing, because you've been pumping out videos, balancing that while also being such a top-tier competitor?
Dude, honestly, it's fun. I mean, obviously it's a grind, but I enjoy it so much just because everyone around me makes it so fun. So, you know, I guess you could say it's like, you know, tiring at times, but at the end of the day, I'm having fun and I enjoy it. So yeah.
Shotzzy, final question for you. You guys open up with a 3-0 over London. Now you get a 3-1 over the Subliners. Who in the league is better than OpTic Texas right now?
Come on, promo for us.
Who's in the league is better than OpTic Texas? Honestly, a good answer. Everyone. Everyone's better than us. We got to keep working on getting better. So yeah, definitely everyone for sure.
All right, a humble Shotzzy right there. I disagree with that answer, young man. Thank you for joining us. We'll let you go celebrate the dub.
Thank you. Later, boys.
That is Shotzzy. We've got another battle to go, and the next one has $10,000 on the line. Atlanta takes on Toronto after this, but first, quick reminder, start your collection today. The Upper Deck 2021 season cards are available right now. Collect your favorite teams and players on upperdeckepack.com or scan the QR code on your screen right now. And of course, if you're playing Call of Duty, make sure you're jumping back into Warzone. The World Series of Warzone has been announced. Teams in North America and EU all battling for some serious money. The World Series of Warzone is back, this time bigger, badder, and madder, all concluding with a live in-person final for the first time ever. World Series of Warzone is going to be pretty seriously awesome, but is it going to be better than this next match?
No.
It could be. Stay tuned to find out, everybody. I like these answers. We're confident here. Toronto, 0-2. Is it 0-3? We find out after this series.